All right. So the first stock I traded this morning was OCTO, and this one kind of threw me off a little bit because it had no news. Now, I had a number of trades over the last couple of weeks that have been stocks with no news, but this one was a little different. I sat down this morning, and my first order of business was to check my high of day momentum scanner, as you can see right here. Now, we currently right now have a stock up 425%, which is a huge move, but you can see it's $1.28. And if we look at this stock, you'll notice pretty quickly it's a penny stock. It was a penny stock this morning. And look, I mean, it made a huge move, but it was sort of too cheap from the very beginning. I know for me that I can't make money on a stock like this realistically unless I'm buying several 100,000 shares, and then my commissions are just insanely high on it. So these are not as good for doing quick breakout trades. They're better for traders who are comfortable buying and holding, and that's not the way I really think. Someone actually asked me today what I think about trading with a prop firm, and I, to be honest, don't see the appeal to using a prop firm for a couple reasons. Number one, most prop firms are going to restrict you to trading one of their pre-approved strategies. And typically, they're going to restrict the number of shares that you can buy. And, look, they don't want you to take a big 20,000 share position and suddenly lose 50 cents a share and you're down 10 grand when you're trading with a firm's capital. But the problem is, what they're going to end up focusing on is you trying to pull bigger percentages and bigger cents per share winners out of the market with small size. And the issue with that is that even really successful traders like myself, and there's people that are way more successful than me, but most successful traders like myself are averaging the relatively small cents per share on their winners. And the reason we're able to make $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 in a day is because we're buying 15, 20, 30,000 shares. So to tell a beginner, no, you can't take profit at 10 or 15 cents. You can only take profit if you're up 50 cents a share. You're forcing winners to try to capture much bigger winners on average than even very successful traders are typically doing. If you tried to force me to do that, I would find it difficult. So that's the first problem. The second issue with a lot of these prop firms is a lot of them you have to buy in, so you have to put up money anyways. So if you're going to put up money anyways, just set up your own account and then you don't have any of the restrictions. Number three, a lot of prop firms will require you to get your license because you're trading with firms' capital. And so that's a lot of time and energy you're spending passing, a regulatory exam, which is really hardly relevant for day trading. And that's time you could have been spending focusing on strategy for actual trading. So it kind of just doesn't make sense to me. And then at the end of the day, you've got a profit split with the firm. So to me, I've never thought it made a lot of sense. Anyways, so for a stock like NXU, traders who buy and hold have done well on it. Traders who are trying to take quick breakouts and scalp, it's going to be just churning commissions and it's going to be very expensive. Commission-free brokers are going to be better for these stocks as well. So, all right, so that was NXU. So that was off the list. WATT, second leading gapper, up 287%. Also a cheaper stock and a stock I've traded in the past and haven't done particularly well on. So for that reason, I was like, nah, I don't think I can work with this. So just know it from experience. It's not an easy stock to trade. So nothing there. INTZ, this is a continuation stock from Friday. And I'm impressed with how well it's done, to be honest. It just keeps going higher. But what's interesting about this is that you're getting these spikes and then it becomes choppy, and then a spike and then it becomes choppy. And I've just not been able to predict when those spikes are going to occur. So for that one, I don't have any trades. So anyways, I was sitting here at 7 a.m., top of the hour, and I can't find anything that I really like. So I'm thinking, all right, well, it's Monday. I'm on my traveling trading station, and I've got my kids hanging out, and they're being pretty quiet. But I'm recognizing, I'm not in my ideal zone. Let me kind of get comfortable here before I try to do anything crazy. And so the first stock that I end up trading, OCTO, which is the stock I'm up the most on, ends up hitting my scanners. So OCTO hits the scanner, and that would be the high of day momentum scanner, and that was right here at about 7 a.m. when it started to pop up. The problem for me was that it began the move on light volume and I couldn't see any catalyst. So I was like, why is it moving up? I couldn't figure it out. But it popped here all the way up to a high of 278. It then pulls back, pops up, dips down, and as it comes back up right here, we get this breakout, and I bought on this green candle right here. So those green candles with that high volume, that's where I got in. Broke the ice, first trade, 4,000 share starter, added 4,000, so now I'm at 8,000 shares, added another 4,000, so now I'm at 16,000 shares, 12,000, and then I went to 4, 8, 12, and then 16,000 shares of it. We get a squeeze up to 3, I lock it up, take some profit off the table. Now, this wasn't parabolic. I mean, it was a decent move, but it wasn't insane. We get another pullback here. That gave me another trade from 320 up to 360. Another pullback right here. That gave me a trade from 360 up to just under 4. And then pretty quickly, we were on the backside of the move, coming back down to VWAP. And it just slowly was starting to unwind. And that was kind of it. So unfortunately, I mean, I did the best I could on it. And I actually did decent. $8,000 is not bad. But, I was a little slow to break the ice on it, and I just wasn't sure it was going to work. So got some trades on it, and right now it's still sitting up 50% on the day. So it was up over 100%. It's still up 50% on the day. That's decent. But anyways, that's where we're at now on that one. So that was the first stock I traded. The second stock I traded was NLSP, and this one actually had news. NLSP has news. It has a sub 1 million share float, but it popped up on really light volume. And so because the volume was light, I was just like, is this going to work? Can I trust it? And I did break the ice. I did take some trades on it, but I just felt a little unsure about it. So my first trade on NLSP, let me scroll up here. The first entry for me was at 338. So not bad. I mean, I jumped in quick enough. It squeezes up here at about 3. It pulls back. And I jumped in here in the 338 area, took profit at 363, pulls back right here, and then I got back in 346, taking profit at 388, added back at 410, took profit at 417, added back at 450, took profit as we squeezed up to 484. So it looks like my best exit on this, added back at 484, and took profit at 509. I think 509 was my best exit. High of day on this was 520. So again, traded it as it squeezed up, but now we look at the chart and how much is NLSP up right now? 42%. So it's still green on the day, but it's pulled back a lot. So OCTO, that was obvious, and then it pulled back quite a bit. NLSP, that was obvious, and then it pulled back quite a bit. Last stock I traded was AMIX, and now I kind of felt like there was a trend, that these were holding up less and less and less. And so this one I was very quick to get in and got out. I was red on it. Then I got back to green and I was like, you know what? I think that's enough of that. I don't want to push it. So I just said, I'm just going to let this be. So that was it. $15,402.52 on the traveling trading station, trading here from St. Kitts. I'm pleased with the day. I really can't complain. Now, if I jump over here onto the website, you'll notice that we've got our New Year's sales going on right now at Warrior Trading. Warrior Starter, Warrior Pro, and our Warrior Pro Special Bundle. So if you haven't already checked these out, I hope you will. This is a great time to become a member of the community. We've got some really great sales going on right now. But not just that. Joining as part of a New Year's resolution, I think is pretty cool. I started trading. When I came back in my 20s, I made the commitment that I was going to show up every single day. I did it as a New Year's resolution. So, that was the first step. Committing to showing up every single day. So I started to show up every single day. And yeah, I was watching Kramer and going to Yahoo Finance, and I didn't know what direction I was pointing in, but I was running and I had enthusiasm, and I think that was important. And so you need that. And what's better for you is that you're able to kind of direct that enthusiasm in the right direction, because I'm going to teach you the strategy that I trade every single day. And this bundle is going to give you a full year of access to my broadcast, so you could be trading side by side with me for the entire year. You don't have to do it alone. So really looking forward to you guys becoming Warrior Pro members and getting 2025 off to a great start. I want to thank you, as always, for tuning in. And I'll remind you, Trading is risky. My results aren't typical, so please take it slow. Manage your risk and always practice a simulator before you put real money on the line. Hey, guess what? Warrior Pro members, you will get access 90 days to a simulator with real-time level 2 data so you can practice the strategy you're learning in that safe environment. That's how important it is. I'm paying for that on your behalf, so you're going to have free access to it. So I want you to use that simulator. You're going to have access, of course, to our scanners, to my charts, the news feed, the chat room, and my live broadcast. So anyways, I hope you guys check it out. And thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you for the next episode real soon.